Good evening. Good evening. What a beautiful day in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. My name is Ryan Riley, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Vice President for Advancement here at Harrisburg University. And I'm really thrilled to welcome all of you here for the 16th commencement exercises. These commencement exercises celebrating the class of 2023 are hereby called to order. Please remain seated throughout the entire program. The university will provide every graduate photos of their procession and them receiving the diploma. If you find it necessary, feel free to take a photo from your seat, but please remain seated and keep the aisleways clear during the whole program. Welcome to those who are viewing us on our live stream tonight. If any of you have friends or relatives who couldn't make it, feel free to text them while you silence your phones, harrisburguniversity.edu, and you will see the click on our website for the live link. Will you please rise right now, if able, for the academic processional? Join us in welcoming the class of 2023. deservingly so. Will you please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem, sung by our community member, Ms. Corey Herbert.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may take your seats, and as a reminder, thank you for silencing your cell phones and bringing out those incredible whistles only when you hear your graduate's name. Please welcome the president of Harrisburg University, Dr. Eric Darr.
Thank you very much. Good evening and welcome to the graduates, their families, supporters, faculty, trustees. My name is Eric Darr, and I have the great privilege of being the president here at Harrisburg University. It is my pleasure. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's my pleasure to welcome you this evening as we gather to celebrate the achievements of our graduates. A special welcome goes to our faculty and Board of Trustee members who joined us here this evening. Will you please stand to be recognized? Faculty, trustees, much of the success of our graduates during their time here is due to our faculty and the terrific staff that support all aspects of life and engagement and success here at the university. Harrisburg University faculty and staff have a passion and a dedication to students' success both in the classroom and out. The same can be said about our Board of Trustees, who have demonstrated an unwavering dedication toward this institution and its students. Again, one more round of thanking for the faculty, staff, and trustees. This is the happiest day of the year, the day we can proudly say that our students have become our graduates and our alumni. Greetings, class of 2023, on behalf of the entire faculty, staff, and board of Harrisburg University of Science and Technology, and congratulations, you've made it. I know you've been looking forward to this day for years. It's a day for sharing with friends and loved ones who supported you on this journey. What exactly are you sharing? Cake, probably, or some sweet of some description. Credit for getting you to the finish line, I hope. Lots of hugs, perhaps a few tears of joy. That's terrific. That's great. because you still get to celebrate this day as your very own. You're the one that worked hard. You're the one that got yourselves here with much support. Make room at the graduation party for everyone to celebrate a different milestone, because at midnight tonight, the COVID pandemic is officially over. In a fortuitous circumstance, May 11, Harrisburg University graduates the class of 2023, and May 12th, the United States says, good riddance, so long, don't return, don't let the door hit you on the way out, to the pandemic. At midnight tonight, while you're celebrating the end of your college years, throw your cap in the air for also the end of the pandemic. When the calendar turns to May 12th, you will be stepping into yet another unfamiliar world. But don't worry. You can handle whatever comes your way, because this university gave you the tools for coping with uncertainty. Resilience, you have plenty. Many of you were separated physically from the university, your mentors, your faculty, your friends, your colleagues, for 2.5 years, and yet you still persevered. Independence, of course. You grew up faster than you planned. You're standing on your own 2 feet, although be sure to look down, because you're standing on the shoulders of others who have come before you and believed in you during these past difficult years. Entrepreneurism, guts, gumption. You're bringing it all to this new day, this new world. Your world shifted seismically 3 years ago, and probably will again, perhaps multiple times during your lifetime. That's what we prepared you for. I want you to leave here tonight and think of yourself as ambidextrous, not left and right, or right and left. You're an individual with talents, skills, goals, dreams. That's a great person to be, a strong, capable individual. But we also taught you how to be a team player. We need you to save the world, and one person can't do it alone. We defeated COVID because of teams of researchers, nurses, doctors, first responders, public health experts. Now it's your turn to contribute the knowledge we gave you toward conquering the urgent crises of our time: climate change, hunger, disease. All of that takes teamwork. You see, strong individual can work in teams. Would you like to meet someone who shows you how it's done? Our commencement speaker tonight, Steve Tang, his story is not dissimilar from yours. Child of immigrants who went from outsider to insider, thoughtful leader, innovator, barrier crasher. As a true Renaissance man, Steve Tang embodies those core competencies that this university instilled in you. He is your guidebook in creating transformative change by putting your training, your heart, your soul into whatever you decide to do. He made himself into an amazing role model, a celebrated CEO, an advisor to governors, a policymaker. Destiny? Not really. Hard work is more like it. Steve Tang was like you once, a college graduate going into an unknown world, accepted the challenge that came with wearing a cap and gown. He worked his way up, and in 2018, he took the helm of a global leader, a global company in health and wellness. He couldn't imagine what would come next, but he was ready. In 2020, Dr. Tang rallied people, technology, to revolutionize home testing for the pandemic that was ravaging our planet. Right tool, right time, with technology. There is no such thing as good luck. Preparedness positioned or assured technologies for impact, and so did the kind of comprehensive teamwork that we dream of for you. Steve Tang injected a dose of humanity into systems and platforms. He put people first. He committed to their well-being when every decision meant life or death. In this case, literally. Steve Tang certainly didn't know all what 2020 would bring, but he was ready. Fortunately, he shared his lessons in his new book, A Test for Our Time, Crisis Leadership in the Next Normal. I'd like a percentage, please, of every sale that comes out of tonight. It's a portrait of courage, resilience, trust, and readiness. All the things found in the challenge and opportunity we are giving you here tonight. Be ready, be curious, keep learning, keep questioning, keep expanding your circle of people who add one more piece to your puzzle. This world needs you more than ever. And as for the world of the future, let's just say that it's sure to be interesting. If you want to ride the waves of history, be like our speaker. Prepare today for whatever tomorrow brings. Class of 2023, guests, I'm honored to welcome Dr. Steve Tang to the podium.
Well, good evening, everyone. Everyone here at the magnificent forum under the stars and constellation, and those of you that are watching by live stream. I'm delighted to be here to share the pride and joy we all have in this class of 2023. So hello, class of 2023. What beautiful people you are, in person, live and in person. All of you endured a pandemic like no other in our lifetime, persevered, and achieved this momentous milestone. That makes this an extraordinary commencement. For all of us, it's an opportunity to reflect on what we've overcome as a community and as individuals, while also looking forward to what lies ahead in the future. I'm honored to be here today as a fellow survivor of the pandemic, a former leader of a Pennsylvania company that thrived during it, and a travel companion on life's uncertain journey with you. So thank you for inviting me here, members of the Board of Trustees, President Dar, faculty, staff, family, guests. To the graduates of the class of 2023, some of the most important people in your life are in the Harrisburg University community. That's certainly been true in the time you spent here, but it will also be true for the rest of your life if you continue to nurture those relationships. And it's because a lifelong relationship from my university experience that I'm here today. I'll entitle this story, A Funny Thing Happened on My Way to the Forum. See, back in 1978, which I gasp was 45 years ago, I arrived at the College of William & Mary as an 18-year-old freshman with high expectations of going to medical school. Little did I know that my freshman advisor would have a profound impact on my life, for worse and then for better. My first 2 years were not exactly what you call successful. I was struggling with classes. My father had been diagnosed with cancer. Then in my sophomore year, my advisor handed me a grade of D in a crucial organic chemistry course. That's D as in dog, not B as in Bravo. It felt like a slap in the face. I was filled with shame and embarrassment. See, both of my parents are Chinese immigrants who excelled in science and engineering and had high expectations for my academic performance. In my family, science and technology was like the family farm, and I felt like I just wrecked the tractor. But to my surprise, my freshman advisor offered encouraging words, promised me that the bad grade would not define me, and urged me to think about other careers besides being a physician, which was a good thing. So fast forward 30 years, and I found myself reunited with that same advisor right here at Harrisburg University. That's amazing because that's 300 miles away from where we met at William and Mary. You see, my advisor was a former president here at Harrisburg University, one of President Starr's predecessors as a leader of this great university. So by this time in 2010, I was CEO of the Philadelphia Science Center. He recognized that my expertise in innovation and entrepreneurship could bring value to the university. So he asked me to be a trustee. It was an offer I couldn't refuse. So the story goes to show you, you never know when you might need somebody's advice and help, or they might need yours. So I urge you to foster meaningful relationships with your classmates, your faculty members, your staff, and advisors. You never know what opportunities they may bring now or in the future. Now, speaking of the future, leadership guru Peter Drucker famously said, "The best way to predict the future is to create it." A contrast with that with the wisdom of baseball great, philosopher, and comical word twister Yogi Berra, who said, "The future ain't what it used to be." So how do we create our own future when the future itself keeps on changing? I have some ideas about that. Throughout my career, I've led companies through the major disruption of our time, the COVID pandemic, the Great Recession, and 9/11. All these crises have been personally and professionally challenging. Based on those experiences, I predict that the future will be filled with uncertainty and often chaotic. And that will be our next normal. Our next normal won't be the pre-pandemic normal, or what we think of normal today. Some have predicted that the next normal will be a time of polycrisis, a cluster of related global risk and with chaotic compounding effects. I agree with those predictions because it's fed with the likelihood of other pandemics, worsening climate change, war and geopolitical struggles, socioeconomic disparities, and disruptive technology. Only through a combination of preparedness and adaptability will we be able to survive in this new reality. But here's the rub. Adjustment and adaptation come with change, but so do uncertainty and fear. We need everyone prepared for the changes ahead, especially those that can lead people with knowledge, wisdom, flexibility, and wholeheartedly. Leading wholeheartedly means embracing wellness of mind, body, and spirit for yourself and all your people. I found wholehearted leadership to be the key to surviving and thriving during the pandemic. I've been fortunate to be Chief Executive Officer or Chairman of the Board of Directors for over 30 combined years. I've held these high-pressure roles in life sciences, energy tech, and nonprofits. And it hasn't been an easy road by any means. I've served during times of profound change in rapidly transforming companies and have had to adjust my own perspectives with the times. From 2018 to 2020, 2022, I was CEO of Orshore Technologies, a then small, largely unknown healthcare company in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, that pioneered rapid tests for severe epidemics like HIV, Ebola, hepatitis C. We were also unsung heroes in genomics and microbiomic innovation. Orshore turned out to be the company that would develop and make COVID home tests called IntelliSwab. IntelliSwab is the one that Oprah Winfrey called the easiest test of its kind to use. My book, A Test for Our Time, is a celebration of the success of this underdog company that rose to new heights during a public health crisis by helping people take control of their own health and well-being through better testing. In the 4 years I was CEO, Orshore acquired more companies and launched more products than ever before, expanded our global presence, commissioned new facilities, and nearly doubled our workforce, and rapidly increased our manufacturing capacity right here in Pennsylvania. Orshore's stock price had the highest average daily closing value than any previous CEO. Against all odds, the company completely transformed itself to be larger and stronger during the pandemic. Throughout my career, my mantra has been to belong, lead, and elevate communities near and far. During the pandemic, those lofty ideals were challenged mightily. So here's what I learned as CEO of Orshore during those extraordinary times. When leaders choose to see the opportunity to lead our companies wholeheartedly, caring for minds, bodies, and spirits, then we foster belonging and commitment. When we foster belonging and commitment, doing the unimaginable becomes possible. And that's why wholehearted leadership is essential. Leading wholeheartedly requires an emotional connection through sincere expression. I've struggled with this throughout my life as a shy, awkward kid of color, yet I fought to be more. My time at Orshore allowed me to rise up and be who I've always wanted to be. And I had a lot of help from coaches, psychotherapists, and my wife Jill, who's a communications expert. I've learned never to argue with a communications expert. It became my cause to foster an environment where everyone was appreciated and embraced as whole people, not just employees. During the pandemic, I embraced each person's role as a caregiver, partner, spouse, parent, sibling, aunt, uncle, cousin, neighbor, and friend. They weren't just my employees, they were whole people with full lives and livelihoods. During the pandemic, our society was also dealing with social unrest. People were exasperated, wondering where they fit in and belonged. Health and justice disparities were under a microscope. I never witnessed so many people feeling so threatened by so many different factors all at once. Some still aren't sure if they fit in or belong, and that's heartbreaking. I was often an outsider as a kid of color. I often felt like I didn't belong. This feeling persisted in my adulthood in some awkward and comical ways. During 9/11, I was CEO of a hydrogen fuel cell startup company. I was speaking on stage at an investor conference shortly after the terrorist attacks, selling the virtues of my company. Our head of communications, who was in the audience, was listening to me speak when somebody next to her whispered to her, "Your CEO speaks really good English." She replied, "Well, most people who are born in Wisconsin and live in Pennsylvania speak English." So here I was, trying to belong along with my fellow CEOs, dealing with global chaos, yet what struck the listener most was that my Asian face didn't seem to belong to my American broadcast news voice. It was a moment to take stock of my humility and humanity. I grew up in the 1960s and 70s, keenly aware that my dad kept hitting the bamboo ceiling as a Chinese immigrant in his career as a research engineer. So as much as I thought standing on that podium would break the barriers attached to my labels, it was apparent that I still wore my race on my face. It was a reminder to me that I was still an outsider, even as I gathered myself to lead as an American CEO during the 9/11 era of devastation. I wanted to break through the unseen barriers that were placed on me. I wanted to be more than my skin color or the expectations of my heritage. I had to truly accept myself and the times that I've been seen or unseen, heard or unheard, in ways that challenged my view of belonging in my world. So fast forward from 9/11 to the coronavirus pandemic. I decided to express myself to my Orshore colleagues through my Monday motivational messages from April 2020 to March 2022. In these weekly letters, I tried to make sense of our disrupted everyday lives. I wrote about the heartache experienced holidays and missed celebrations of birthdays, weddings, graduations, as families were forced apart to keep each other safe. Remember those times? I also wrote about households of mixed religions, music, our first jobs, the George Floyd murder, and the profound social and political unrest. Those stories created a collective narrative, one of resilience and hope. Through them, we found similarities despite our differences in backgrounds of job titles, ages, genders, races, and locations. We shared memories that evoked emotions from poignant to whimsical. Some still bring smiles to me today. Our individual stories connected us, forming powerful bonds that united us. On Father's Day 2020, I shared sentiment about my father, his life, his career, and the loss I felt and still feel after his death over 40 years ago. One of the responses was, "Steve, thank you so much for sharing this. I lost my dad to cancer too young also. He missed the weddings of 2 of my siblings, all 6 grandchildren, and the 2018 Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl victory. I miss him every day." We were able to remember together. We were able to grieve together. We were able to be grateful together. And all because I started the conversation and shared my heart first. That's what leaders do to foster belonging and commitment. It's a reminder that understanding each other starts with listening and learning from one another. It takes courage to put yourself out there, but it's worth it when you can create meaningful connections. These shared narratives transported us all to fond memories of people, places, and times that were more joyful and free than the bleakness of our shut-in, shut-down, and shut-off lives avoiding the coronavirus. In another weekly editorial, I wrote about religion and how I come from a family of many different religious traditions, Protestant, Catholic, Buddhist, and when I married my wife Jill, I added Jewish to the list. Many people responded by sharing their own spiritual and religious journeys. These elicited deeper conversations about how and why we view the world based on those experiences. One team member said, "I'm beyond blessed working with a leader who has many strengths, and those most important to me are vulnerability, openness, inclusivity, and hope." That meant a lot to me because I had tried to do so intentionally. So when it comes to wholehearted leadership, being professional isn't enough. Being kind isn't enough either. We need to be compassionate and wise and understand what motivates people and how to manage them so they deliver on shared priorities and results. To be effective leaders, we must be able to navigate the tension between being caring and thoughtful and holding people to high standards. This requires openness and active listening so we can understand the unique circumstances of each team member. As you seek a job and embark on your career, find those wholehearted leaders and nurture relationships with them. I embrace tragic optimism during the pandemic, finding meaning from hardship and appreciating life fully. It's a bittersweet mindset that has taught me to be authentically vulnerable and see the good even in tragedy. As the pandemic continued, I found myself having more and more conversations with my employees about a whole range of topics and offered my honesty about the everyday stress, anxiety, and uncertainty that came with the pandemic. I admitted that we were all in the same storm together, but we were in different boats, and I was deeply concerned about their boats and their sailors, especially those teams that continue to work in our factories and labs, as well as those nuclear and extended families who are living, working, and schooling at homes together 24/7. And as I sought to comfort them, they comforted me. My dialogue with employees resulted in 240 pages of correspondences. They felt more like love letters than company newsletters, and these love letters resulted in personal growth, mutual achievement, and lifelong alliances. They also convinced me that it was time to evolve the CEO paradigm from the sage on the stage to a guide by their side. I had to role model the kind of personal growth that would enable us all to grow and achieve as a company. Now, being a person of color in this country can be isolating. I know that. My Asian heritage meant that I was constantly living up to expectations of those that had come before me. I felt obligated to achieve success without feeling worthy of it, and often without much emotional support when I needed it. I had to reconcile that past to become the stronger leader I needed to be. As I started leading with more compassion, understanding, and accountability, something changed for me and for my team too. We began to create space for each other, learn more about ourselves and our community, and take on ambitious goals like getting us all safely through the pandemic together. And we did it. Then came June 4th, 2021. It was an incredible day for OraSure. After 15 months of hard work and determination, the Food and Drug Administration granted us authorization to sell IntelliSwab. This success was both a victory and an inspiring reminder of how powerful we can be when we belong and commit to each other and share risks together. By embracing vulnerability, we found strength and stamina to move forward and achieve great things. Being attuned to our own journeys helps us transcend traditional cultural barriers and become a better force together. Here's what one of my colleagues wrote to me as I departed as CEO in January 2022. A heart full of love just for you. I can't begin to tell you the impact your commitment to conscious leadership has had on my life and the lives of those I'm so blessed to lead. That's the true success story here. The products and the impact they have on society matter, no doubt. However, fostering an environment for love, growth, accountability, that's the real game changer. So here's what I know for sure. Leading people wholeheartedly is the only way to truly change the world. I used to hate being different because I wanted to fit in and belong. Now I'm proof that being a wholehearted leader makes a difference because it encourages everyone to belong and commit. When we accept ourselves, we can more easily accept each other. When we accept each other, groups, organizations, and teams develop a "we can do this" mentality. When we know each other's stories, pain points, triumphs, we're all more motivated to give it our all. Our future won't be anything like we now expect. Life will keep doing what it does, throwing us wicked curveballs. And we'll have to learn to make an effort to connect with ourselves and with each other. Those of us that have been positioned as leaders have a unique responsibility. If we do our part, when the next normal comes, wholehearted leadership will be the foundation that sustains us and transforms us to overcome any daunting obstacle or threat in our way. We must create an atmosphere of belonging and commitment where team members feel secure, courageous, and united. Building strong relationships are the key to personal and professional success and well-being. You'll never be alone if you belong and commit to others. When you parlay those relationships into powerful networks, you'll find allies and mentors in unexpected places, just like I rediscovered from my freshman advisor here at Harrisburg University. So I urge you, the class of 2023, to work strategically to develop relationships with individuals who can provide advice and access to new opportunities. As you leave this commencement ceremony today, remember the importance of cultivating your own robust networks, one that will help you create a more secure future. And someday when you get selected to deliver a commencement address, please invite me. I'd love to be there. And within your robust network, please be that one that's known to live, love, and lead wholeheartedly. Congratulations and best wishes.
Steve, thank you for those inspiring remarks. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce Harrisburg University's Chair of the Faculty of the Whole, Dr. Rue Weidman. Rue?
Good evening. It's my pleasure and honor to represent the wonderful team of faculty here at HU. Our Harrisburg University faculty are a tremendously dedicated group of professionals who work hard to prepare our students academically, pragmatically, to make significant contributions that will impact culture in exciting and innovative ways. What a wonderful accomplishment for each of the graduates to arrive at this occasion tonight. Can I hear a woot woot? You have arrived through some unique experiences over the past few years, and this has taken great courage and persistence. Today, we celebrate your courage to persist and complete what you started. Along with your family and your friends, the faculty have encouraged, supported, and propelled you to this momentous celebration. It has been our privilege to walk alongside you, our HU students, and now to honor your courage, hard work, and dedication in pursuit of this academic and professional dream. I paraphrase a quote tonight from Maya Angelou, who said, "One isn't necessarily born with courage, but one is born with potential. Without courage, we cannot persist, we cannot practice any other virtue with consistency. We can't be kind, we can't be truthful, we can't be merciful, generous, or honest." We, the faculty at HU, wish you courage as you move forward displaying the virtues of kindness, truth, mercy, generosity, and integrity. We celebrate this exciting accomplishment with you, admonishing you to continue to let courage lead you in the way that you take, using what you've learned to make a positive impact on the world. On behalf of the HU faculty, we extend our sincere congratulations to each of the graduates tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Weidman. And now, join me in welcoming the Chairman of the Board of Trustees and former Lieutenant Governor of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, Mark Singal.
Dr. Dar, members of the community, family, and friends, it is my distinct honor today on behalf of my colleagues and the Board of Trustees and the members of the faculty and all of the friends who are here today to confer the degrees for the class of 2023. Before I do, I first want to take a second and point out that Dr. Stephen Tang is a remarkable American hero. What a great role model he is for all of you. But let us not gloss over the fact that he was instrumental in developing a product that saved lives during the pandemic. IntelliSwab. There may be a few of you in this room whose lives were saved because of the information from that in-home testing. So thank you very much. Thank you for your leadership. So I get to share a few personal thoughts, and I have promised Dr. Dar and others that I will be atypically brief. You're welcome. There was a Scottish writer by the name of Charles Mackay who wrote a bestseller in the 1840s entitled Extraordinary Popular Delusions and the Madness of Crowds. The book points out that sometimes reality is just a trend that sweeps over the population. It's not based on truth. It's based on whichever leader or faction has the loudest megaphone at the time. Two quick examples of what I'm talking about. Europeans thought of the tomato as a poison apple. It happens that in the late 1700s, there were some unexplained deaths among the aristocracy after they consumed tomatoes. So the entire society stopped eating tomatoes. Well, it turns out that the acidity of tomatoes absorbed in the high lead contact of the pewter plates that were then in use by these rich people, these well-to-do diners, they were actually dying of lead poisoning. Fortunately, they figured this out, and this discovery was made just in time for the invention of pizza. In terms of fashion, King Louis XIV began wearing a cravat around his neck in the mid-17th century. This started a fashion craze that has evolved into the less complicated but equally irrelevant tie that businessmen wear to this day. Ties have no purpose whatsoever. We wear them just because everybody does it. The madness of crowds takes a serious turn when we're fed a diet of lies and we begin to accept them as truth. There's an actual term for this. It is called the illusory truth effect. It's when we hear the same false information. Tomatoes are poison. Ties are required. When it's repeated so often, we become, as a society, acceptant of those false truths. Even when we know better, when we hear political campaigns, the internet, commercial advertising, it all seeps into our brain and we begin to accept it as truth. Well, I'm here to tell you, critical thinking and fact-checking have never been more important. Neil deGrasse Tyson said that. The good thing about science is that it's true whether or not you believe in it. He also said that ignorance is a virus. Once it starts spreading, it can only be cured by reason. For the sake of humanity, we must be that cure. And therein lies my message and my challenge to all of you. You have had the advantage of an education that emphasized science and truth. Stand firm against the madness of crowds. Your reason and your truth in whatever direction life takes you matters more than you know. Godspeed to all of you graduates. Now, if you don't mind, I will be taking off this damn tie. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Belita Mattis to join me for the conferring of degrees.
So I heard the guy clap about brevity. So I wrote these incredibly impactful and brilliant remarks that I'm going to skip. I can record them and post them, and you can see them there. Really, all I want to say, once I get past my brilliant remarks here, is tonight is for celebration. Beginning tomorrow, I urge you to take some time to reflect on this, your most recent educational journey. Think about this, how this has changed you, the way you think, what you care about, and what you want to do going forward, then make it happen. Finally, that was to be at the end of the brilliant remarks. Finally, as some of you have heard me say before, many times before, and it's worth repeating, this is the advice a mentor of mine gave me long ago. Remember to watch your thoughts, they become words. Watch your words, they become actions. You know this. Watch your actions, they become habits. Watch your habits, they become character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. My hearty congratulations to you 2023 graduates who can be with us tonight, either in person or virtually. I have a couple of special shout outs and then we'll get to the conferral of the degrees, which is why we're here tonight. Congratulations, is Joshua John Wagner here? Joshua? Joshua is this year's recipient of the Joe Cannon Award for Academic Excellence in Computer Science. Congratulations, Joshua. Blake Master, are you here? Blake, stand up. There you are. And congratulations to you, Blake, who is this year's recipient of the Joe Cannon Award for Academic Excellence in Analytics. Congratulations. And again, congratulations and greetings to those students and families, as well as members of the HU community who could not be here this evening, but are watching on live stream. So we're glad you're with us. We have over 800 students graduating today. Isn't that exciting? Across the globe, across the country. Okay, now on to why we're here tonight, the conferral of degrees. Will the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy please rise and remain standing? That's you guys. Mr. Chairman, upon the recommendation of the faculty and after certification by the University Registrar, it is my honor to present the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. These students have completed the prescribed course of study in their major and are presented to you for the conferral of the degrees. You can clap now.
By the unanimous action of the Board of Trustees from authority granted by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining, and declare that you are well prepared to contribute innovative work to the field in which you have studied. Congratulations, and you may be seated.
Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Science please rise and remain standing? Mr. Chairman, upon the recommendation of the faculty and after certification by the University Registrar, it is my honor to present the candidates for the degree of Master of Science. These students have completed the prescribed course of study in their major and are presented to you for the conferral of the degrees.
By the unanimous action of the Board of Trustees from authority granted by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Master of Science with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining, and I welcome you into the community of educated women and men. Congratulations, and you may be seated.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science please rise and remain standing? You keep that energy up. Mr. Chairman, upon the recommendation of the faculty and after certification by the University Registrar, it is my sincere honor to present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science. These students have completed the prescribed course of study in their major and are presented to you for the conferral of the degrees.
By a surprisingly close vote, no, by unanimous consent, by unanimous action of the Board of Trustees, from authority granted by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining, and welcome you into the community of educated men and women. Congratulations. And please be seated.
I know how you feel. At this time, I would like to begin the presentation of degrees. First, I will begin with the Doctor of Philosophy graduates. Will the Doctor of Philosophy graduates please rise and proceed to the stage?
I can do doctor. I can do doctor. I can do sir.
Rahul Avesti.
Inkeleda Chuko. Ziyuan Huang. Teray Shayna Johnson.
Pranita Pramod Patil.
Dr. Dar's got it, yeah?
I got it. Abiola Adedeji Adebanjo.
Kofi Afriyan.
Monem Al-Fadel.
Hira Aldechuya.
Ashish Bagul.
Benjamin Batchelor. Annie Marie Bentham.
Maria Gabriela Caballera Urias. Divya Chakravarthi. Rajdeep Devraj Champa. Gautam Reddy Chintareddy.
Jonghyun Chu.
Andrea May Sierra Miller. Hitarth Dipakuma Dave. Abel Den de Bebe. Shri Divya Devi. Pranita Deora. Kumar Devnani. Janie Fuss. Ian Gan Hin Hin.
Jeramase Gorginini. Michael Robert Heiner. Jing Qing Huang.
Archana Jarayam Gano. Sohel Nasir Hussein Juwani. Swapnil Subash Raul Kadam. Rahul Pradeep Kanolkar. Nivedita Konor. Vinay Kumar Kuranatha. Vijay Lakshmi Lakra.
Ruo Meng Liu. Ahmed.
Ana Carolina Tarsitano Masa. Anu Matthew. Ariasha Mishra. Rachuku Nimjika Mbogu. Tommaso Montani. Sudharsan Muthukrishnan Sridaran. Shadari Mutoni. Deepti Matali.
玉其聂、
Vivian Nyamungeri. Magdele Elisa Noguero Enrico. Carolina Pacheco Lins.
Vidita Parmar,
Padrina Sarayan Parasarathi. Kasi Lakshmi Patakoti.
Charlotte Plus, Andrea Partiger, Shreyas Rahavendra, Neha Rati,
Sanjana K. Sampath Kumar. Sanjana Shintre. Like it looks.
Shadi Shaban,
Like it looks.
Lohem Halu Tesfa,
Amuta Mala Tetinini. Swati Bala Subramanian. Neus Carolina Tosi Aroni. Eves Landry Chumani Komang. Priyanka Tirumalaraju.
John Joseph Vincent Jr.,
Asini Sangi Vijay Wordanana. Jobin Kanitrail George. Rashmin Prajapati.
Yashka Sharma. Aman Ahmad.
Hriday Pujara. Emeka Achillefu.
Blaze Allen.
Mighty Foinsola Aluka.
Shante Arrington, summa cum laude.
Marguerite Ashley.
Sita Bastola. Jabari Belgrave. Andrew Bland, Jr.
Andrew Bowman, cum laude. Stephen LaShawn Boykins II. Mercer Ashley Buckner. Courtney Grace Buller.
Colleen McKinney Butler. Jonathan Gabriel Baylor.
Troyanne Cheney. Jasmine Monique Charles.
Lavelle Clark. Jeremiah Coleman. Anthony David, Jr.
Stephen Antai Din. Alex Elliott. Reed Charles Friends, magna cum laude. Chrisnica Gray. Riley Evan Grosnick, magna cum laude. Alea Monet Hammond, cum laude.
Mason Emery Harford.
Benjamin Allen Harper, cum laude. Xavier D. Harris, cum laude. Nicole Hernandez.
Austin Hobbs. Ryan Horshaw, magna cum laude. Trenton A. Howard, cum laude. Anthony Johnson, Jr. Anthony Jones.
Maya Monique Jones. Vadim Vasilyovich Kaletnik. Adrian Tomasz Kava. Tristan Levitt Morissette Keener. Xavier Keys. Donovan Lamb.
Mickey Lamb, magna cum laude. Michael Jonathan Lazar, summa cum laude.
Leah Mancuso.
Blake A. Master, magna cum laude. Jordan A. Mears, cum laude. Ryan Michael Mengo, cum laude.
Gavin Lloyd Minnie. Jessica Lynn Mock. Alexia Monaco.
Kyle Morgan. Cassie Morris.
Robert M. Murphy Hustle.
Ryan Sila Ning, cum laude.
Morgan Olszewski, magna cum laude. Umang Kumar Ravjibai Patel, magna cum laude.
Stacy Annie Phillips. Jamani Aliyah Paul.
Nia Pugh. Quentin Kiero.
Ashley Ramos, magna cum laude. Mia Nicole Ray. Jelisa Monet Reeves.
Joshua Andrew Reese.
Cameron Robinson.
William Taylor Ruby. Juan Pablo San Ramon. Colomba Diara Sek, cum laude. Charles Allen Shiro II, magna cum laude.
Tyler Schomper.
Alexis Starr Spencer. Gage Harris Stevens.
Dakota Stike.
Aaron Takao Stone. Jeremy R. Tantoro. Joshua R. Tantoro, magna cum laude. Olua Tomiolola Eniola Cairo, magna cum laude. Michelle Win Choi, magna cum laude.
Travis Nathan Tyler, cum laude.
Lindsay Wagaman, summa cum laude. Joshua Wagner, magna cum laude.
Derek Walter, magna cum laude. Matthew Aaron Waters, magna cum laude. Corey Lee Wilson, cum laude. Nicholas Lee Wilson.
Sonia Wogubong. Kaltuma Abdallah Yaya, cum laude. Alexander Omorui. Jimmy Yada.
How was that, huh? That was pretty good. So, I promise we're nearing the end of the commencement exercises, and you'll soon be able to celebrate with your friends, the graduates, your family. Love you too. Thanks. Saved a special thank you for last, and that is allow the graduates to honor those who helped them along the way. I will ask that the faculty and staff please rise to be recognized and remain standing. Will the Harrisburg trustees and alumni rise and remain standing? Will the parents, spouses, and partners please rise and remain standing? Grandparents, aunts, uncles, sponsors, please rise and remain standing. Nieces, nephews, anyone else with a special relationship to the graduates, rise and remain standing. And finally, will the class of 2023 rise and remain standing? It's now time to signify the Bachelor of Science graduates' entry into the Society of Educated Women and Men. Bachelor of Science graduates, please turn your tassels to the left. Congratulations to all. Lastly, members of the class of 2023, hold up those diplomas. It's a beautiful sight, and it'll light up the post-pandemic era. Point them toward your dream and show the world that you are Harrisburg University proud. Congratulations, and we stand adjourned.